Shri Sachidananda Sadguru Sainath Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Sai is truly Brahman incarnate, the greatest amongst the saints, the Lord Paramount, whose fame has reached every corner of the earth and is the grantor of intelligence and inspiration. Though Pant Hemat said so, it did not happen that way. The table of contents was not drawn up or was overlooked. He who starts the book should complete it himself by giving the table of contents in the end. This is the usual procedure, but there are exceptions to this rule. Only Baba's wishes are overriding. Hemat died unexpectedly. Everyone was sorrowful. The table of contents was not to be traced and everyone were confused. Anna Sahib was thrifty and did not waste even a scrap of paper. He worked with grace and tidiness, and this was his nature. He wrote a chapter on bits of paper and gave them as it is to the printer. Unnecessary expense hurt him. He could not be compared to anyone else. He felt pity for those lifeless, helpless scraps of paper. The last chapter must have been done in the same way and must have been written on scraps of paper. A lot of thought was given to the problem, yet the index could not be found amongst the bits of paper. The matter was told to Gajan Rao and others. It was also told to Baba Sahib Tharkad, the treasury of the Shirdi Sansthan. All of them were of the opinion that the index should be there. Baba Sahib fixed a time limit and published this also in the Shri Sai Leela. The time lapsed yet the index did not come forth. Hemat Govind were a mine of virtues. He knew the Vedant by heart, which was at his command. His book exhibited the Guru's grace like prasad. Incredible was the Guru's grace. Innumerable were the devotees of Sadguru Sai, from amongst whom Hemat Pant was the gem of a poet. Only someone who was as knowledgeable as he was would be capable of writing it. The index did not come forth from anywhere. I do not have the capacity to compose poetry. Sri Guru Raya is aware of my limitations. Placing my head at his feet, I shall begin writing the index. This part of the book, which is the index, will be composed by Sai Vakratunda Ganapati. His grandeur is unparalleled and immense. My mouth is only his instrument. Govind Rao completed the series of chapters of Shri Sai Satcharitra in this manner. I lovingly bow to his feet and also to the Guru, who is the mother of the whole universe. Giving the summary of each chapter, it is itself called Avataranika. It is the right virtuous path for those desirous of attaining liberation. This beautiful book is like a well-flavored meal, and the chapters are like different items. Buttermilk is necessary for digesting such a meal if heartily partaken. The Avatarnika is written for that purpose. Hemad was a well-versed person in Shastra and literature, and with the propitiation of Sadguru Sai, he was overnight turned into a genius so that he could create this book like a well-flavored meal. How can the grandeur of this book be described when it had Hemad's lucid language and the sacrament of Sai? Truly, it is the mixture of milk and sugarcane juice. There may be many authors, but they do not have the authority of sacramental language for which a real Sadguru is needed, who is the support of the universe and the consort of Rama. Who can describe the Shri Sai Satcharitra? How incomparably worthy is the book, for which an author like Hemat Pant was found. It is the supreme good fortune for the seekers of liberation. As long as the book exists on this earth, its fame will be spread amongst the people. Govind Rao had given a timely abundance of wealth for the seekers of liberation. Twice blessed is this surpassing book, which is the outcome of Sai Sadguru's flavor. It will be honored by the seekers of liberation, and it will overcome their poverty of thought. Because of the store of good deeds done in innumerable past lives, Govindra got an opportunity to do this service to Sai, which bore sweet fruit in the authorship of this book. Hemad Pant was a staunch devotee, a poet, and fond of his knowledge to be gained from the Vedant. He was devotedly attached to Sai's feet day and night. The subject of Vedant is very deep. Without the combination of detachment, devotion, and knowledge and the grace of the Guru, it is impossible to write such a book. The different chapters are the fragrant garlands of flowers offered to the neck of Shri Sai Satguru by Govind, the loving child, to the best of his ability with pure devotion. This book is a 5-wick lamp studded with gems to wave round the King among saints. This chapter narrates the stories which are wicks of oil, the light of which brings peace, detachment, and contentment. The Sai Satcharitra is the marketplace for spirituality, and each chapter therein is an emporium. The stories of the experiences are the objects fully stocked there, arranged neatly by the greatest amongst the poets. It is not just a book, but a wish-fulfilling tree, which the people engrossed in mundane existence find barren. But for the seekers of liberation, it gives the actual experience of liberation. The author Govind Rao, by being a bee at the lotus feet of Sai Sadguru, always savors the newly drawn sweet honey. His surname was Dabholkar, and he was engaged in serving the British government. He was learned, full of humility, well behaved, and well qualified. Now, I shall mention the procedure of the recitation of the book, as well as the easy method of doing the reading within 7 days, as laid down in the Guru Charita or other such books. Listeners are requested to pay attention. Do the recitation with a pure heart and devotion, completing it in 1 day or 2 days or 3 days. Sai Narayan will be gratified. Otherwise, complete it easily in a week and you will have immense good fortune on a continuing basis. Sai will fulfill the heart's desire and the fear of worldly existence will be destroyed. By the recitation on a Thursday, in the early morning after bath, sit on your asan, seat for prayer. After quickly completing your usual routine, make a pleasing large canopy with banana plants, kardali, and beautiful cloth covering over it, and let it be well decorated. In it, let there be a raised platform for the book and decorate all the 4 sides of it with colorful rangoli, which is pleasing for the eyes. Make an image of Sai Sadguru or taking a beautiful picture of him. Place it carefully on the high platform. Make an obeisance to him with love. Tying the book in a silken cloth, place it near the Sadguru. After worshipping both with Pancha Upachar, commence the reading. Observe the holy vows for 8 days, having only milk or fruits or roasted grain of any one kind, eating only once or having only 1 meal a day, facing the east and keeping the image of the Sadguru in the heart. Do the recitation of the book with the calm mind and with joy. During the 7 days, read the first 8 chapters on the first day, then the next 8 on the second day, followed by the next 7 on the third day, then 8, 6, 8 and 7 chapters on the following 4 days, and only Avatharnika on the 8th day. On the 8th day, at the end of the observance of vows of offering of Naivedya to Sai Narayan, feed friends, relatives and Brahmins with delicacies and give them dakshina to the best of one's ability. Inviting the Vedic Brahmins, have them to chant the Vedas at night, offer them sugar-flavored milk and give them a respectful send-off. After they are well satisfied in body and mind, Finally, after doing obeisance at the Sadguru's feet, offer him appropriate dakshina and send that to the treasury of the Shirdi Sansthan to augment the funds of the Sansthan. Lord Sai will be gratified thereby and he will bless the devotee. The snake in the form of worldly existence will be destroyed and the treasure of liberation will be revealed to him. Obeisance to Sai, the son of Shiva, that is Ganesha. Obeisance to Sai, seated on the lotus feet, that is Brahmadev. Obeisance to Sai, the killer of the demon Madhu, that is Vishnu. Obeisance to Sai, the five-faced Lord, that is the Shiva. Obeisance to Sai, the son of Atri, that is Datta. Obeisance to Sai, the killer of the demon Paka, that is Indra. Obeisance to Sai, the lover of the night, that is the moon. Obeisance to Sai, the lord of the fire. Obeisance to Sai, the consort of Rukmini. Obeisance to Sai, the son of the mind. Obeisance to Sai, the ocean of knowledge. Obeisance to Shri Sai Dhyaneshwara. This is offered to Shri Sadguru Sainath. As we finish all the 53 chapters of the Holy Sai Satcharitra, I bow my head at Sai's feet. May Baba fulfill all your desires. Please read the Sai Satcharitra every day and soak in Baba bliss. Baba bless all of you. Om Sairam. शिर्डी माझे पंढरपूर साई बाबा रमावर बाबा रमावर साई बाबा रमावर शुद्ध भक्ती चंद्रभागा भाव पुंडली कंजागा पुंडली कंजागा भाव पुंडली कंजागा याहो याहो अवघे जन करो बाबा श्रीवंदन साई श्रीवंदन करो बाबा श्रीवंदन गणो बने बाबा साई भाव पाव माझे आई पाव माझे आई धाव पाव माझे आई गणिल्लो तांगणवनेक चरण तोयार्ति पायन रूपार तुझे प्रेमीन रंगीन अनंत पूजिम भवेव मायन बने नमा त्वमेव माता पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु सदा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्यादैरङ्गमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव पायर्नुमाचा प्रसर्निर्मा मुद्याकनावापतन स्वभाव नरोमि अद्यं सकलन्तरस्मै नारायणाय इति समर्पयामि अच्युतं केशवं रामनां नारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरे ईदवं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे श्री गुरुदेव दत्त सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरु साईनाथ महाराज की जय।